Hello, this is your instructor Russ again. Glad to have you back with us. On this video lecture, we're going to be talking about week 6, module 6 for this week in class. And for this week, you have no readings from the book that are due. You will need to use your book for one of the assignments that we're doing, but there's no extra reading and no quiz then for this week. So you can spend this week preparing for and recording your speech, your informative speech with research that we're going to be talking about today. So let's talk about the one graded assignment that you have, and then we'll talk about another assignment that's part of your speech grade. One graded assignment is your Module 6 discussion. And what it wants you to do is to talk about different ways that people learn and how you would approach things, what you would do to, you know, give a speech on a certain topic to different kinds of audiences. We all learn at different ways. Some of us learn by hearing, some of us learn by writing things down, some of us learn by imitation, some of us learn by just fiddling around with things. So what the assignment is to use your textbook, chapter 13, especially sections 13.2 through 13.5, which talks about different kinds of techniques, learning techniques. And you're supposed to imagine that you have one audience that is primarily auditory learners. They learn mainly by just hearing things. You have another audience that is primarily visual. They learn more by seeing things. And then you have one audience that is primarily kinesthetic, which learns more by doing things. So your topic is blood donation, and your discussion should be to describe different learning strategies, what you would do, and how you would do things differently for those three different kinds of audiences. So you should label your audiences in your discussion and what you would do for each one, what you would do for an auditory listening group, what you would do for a visual learning group, what you would do for a kinesthetic learning group with the topic of blood donation. How would you present your ideas to them? Then make sure that you respond to at least two other classmates and what they respond to by the due date of next Tuesday, next week. So that's your one assignment. Now, you have another thing to do besides your speech, and that is to submit your outline for your speech. I did place an outline template in there so you can download it. You can type up your own outline and then include it and submit it there for the outline. This submission is not worth any points by itself, but you will have 10 points deducted from your speech grade if you do not submit your outline by this coming Sunday, by the end of the week. So make sure you get that outline submitted before you actually record your speech. That would be the best. Now, in recording your speech, I just wanted to review some of the things that I'm looking for that I want you to try to do as an improvement over the last speech that you gave. One of the things that you need to do is the time limit, and that is 6 to 8 minutes. So I'm looking here for a 7-minute speech. I'm also looking that you include at least 3 sources of information. You're supposed to have done some research for this speech, and I want you to include a bibliography that should be included with your outline, not as part of your speech preparation, but I want you to include the bibliography on the outline. And I want you to, though, during the speech, when you give the speech, you need to verbally cite these 3 sources that you have, at least a minimum of 3. You might have more than 3. You say things like, according to, and then you name the website, or according to this person, and then you give their testimony or their quotation of what they paraphrase of what they said. So I want to see the bibliography in writing in the outline. I want to hear the verbal citation during the speech. If I don't hear the verbal citation during the speech, then I won't count your sources that you've written down, your bibliography, in your outline either. So you need to cite verbally those sources. You also are required to use a PowerPoint presentation. Now, you don't have to use it for a lot. You can just have one slide if you want to, or you can have multiple slides that you use. And here's where you need to make a decision. You need to either record your speech so that we see the presentation of the PowerPoint at the same time. If you have the capacity to record yourself and say a monitor, a laptop that has the PowerPoint on it, then that's one way that you can do this. So then record that so I see both the PowerPoint and I see your presentation. Now, if you do that, you must have the camera directly focused on you, not off to the side, but on you and on the laptop or whatever monitor you're using next to you. So I need to be able to see you standing to give the speech from the waist up. And I need to see the PowerPoint slideshow large enough that I can see it. So it can't be really small from a distance, or I can't see that it's off to the side, but I can't really see it very clearly. Now, that's one option. Another option is to simply give the speech and pretend like you have the PowerPoint presentation next to you, but you really don't. You're just recording yourself. And then you would submit the PowerPoint presentation as a separate thing. Just send it in at the same way that you send in the video recording through the VidGrid portal. You can do that. You can submit it. If you can't figure out how to do that, then you can submit your slideshow presentation to me via, an email, attachment to an email, for example. Or you can attach it when at the same place you attach your outline. So I just need to have that so I can look through the PowerPoint presentation, make sure you've done things correctly. Again, I recommend that you watch that YouTube PowerPoint that I've recommended, How to Avoid Death by PowerPoint, because there it talks about 6 different principles for using PowerPoint. If, for example, I see a white background on the PowerPoint, I know that you have not seen that video, or you've seen the video, but you've just decided that you're going to use the white background anyway, even though it's not correct to use. If I see complete sentences on your PowerPoint, then I know, again, that you're not doing things correctly, because you should not have complete sentences on there. If I see too much text on there, or if it's just all text on your PowerPoint, then again, that's not how PowerPoint is supposed to be used. And I know that you've either not watched that video, or you've just stubbornly decided that you're going to go ahead and do PowerPoint video just the way that you think you want to do it, and not follow the directions in the class. So that's going to be a requirement to use PowerPoint. And if you have questions about that during the week, please contact me or review the PowerPoint information that's on our website. So by the end of the week, I need to have your outline, need to have that M6 discussion. I need to have your speech video presentation. And remember, you do need to have at least 4 audience members, or you will have points deducted from your speech. That's just one of the requirements that we have here at Metro. So this is your instructor. This is the video lecture for Module 6, and I will talk with you soon. Thank you.